I have 4 people following me on Twitter. My name's Don. I work with a mission called SIM. I served in West Africa. My parents were missionaries there, and I became a missionary. My wife and I served there as well. We came back from Africa after losing one of our children, and that turned out to be one of the greatest blessings that God had ever done in our life, and I'd like to share a little bit about that during the conference, but specifically we're going to be talking about the gospel and missions, and what I would like to focus on is the cost of it, the call, and how and what our motivation is for that call. I think we have a picture oftentimes of the way things have been moving is toward justice and humanitarian missions, and those are good things, but they're all a byproduct of what the gospel truly is. So when I went to Africa as a missionary, I went for a lot of reasons, but not for a pure reason. And it took us being torn apart and sent back broken. It took me going to Africa and coming back before we actually understood what mission really is and what the gospel, the call of the gospel is, and specifically that Christ would receive the reward of his suffering. And because many times we think that there are reasons that we should go to the mission field. When I went, it was to save the lost. It was to improve on the justice of God. It was to help the poor, ignorant people that were suffering. But my concern was less about the glory of God. It was more about alleviating and improving on the situation of my fellow man. And so that's what I'd like to share about, is what our motivation is in ministry.